and welcome to Horror Makes Us Happy's third quarter update.
2022
update. Yeah, really, this is what we have here.
Well, third quarter of 2022. I thought we did one for spring, but maybe not. Whatever.
Anyway, welcome to Horror Makes Us Happy's quarter update of one of the quarters of this year. So, it's been an interesting year. It's been a busy year. It has been,
fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun. It's very details, but, there's been all kinds of stuff happening that has put a bit of a delay on some other stuff, but we've still been going strong with the podcast, I think. That's one of the few projects I have in my life that's actually steady, and I'm proud of that.
Yes.
Occasionally we do these quarterly updates just to give you any updates on current things that we're doing with the podcast, how we're going to be going forward, updates, things that are coming up down the line, certain projects, changes to the format. But first and foremost, the most important thing is just spread the word. Tell a friend, share a link to the podcast, like the Facebook page. You can also check out some of the YouTube promos that we have on our YouTube channel, and you can like and share there.
Yeah, and it's not really like, we don't personally enjoy the whole like and subscribe kind of thing, but we have reached out to a couple of big names in the business that we'd like to interview, and some of them, their first response was, "What's your reach?" Yeah. And
it sucks that we have to go there, but that's how it works,
Well, I have to respect the fact that they are human too. They've only got 24 hours in their day, and they have to make decisions that are best for them. So it's understandable. And, if we want to talk to some of these people, we're just going to have to play that game. So, yeah, if we want to be in growth mode and talk to some of these people, we just got to say it, like and subscribe, tell a friend, leave a review, help us help you type of thing. If you want to hear us talk to some of the big names, that's just what we got to do.
Send to the ravens.
Yes. Light the beacons.
Light the beacons. Yes. But yeah, that is first and foremost, most important. Other than that, we've been noticing from our metrics that, people listening ends up to be about 40, 45 minutes. And that's about the, amount of time you're in a car. So sure, it will happen. But you can always pause it and come back for the ending. Or if you're pressed for time, skip to the ending. The ending is usually the best part. So, if you're going to not listen to the entire thing or not listen to it all in one go, there is a pause button. It's not an MMO.
This is true. Mom, I can't pause it.
I'm in a raid.
I'll pull the plug. No. Yeah, the ending is often the best part because that's where we summarize all the things that we've heard during the call and try to point out the things that maybe sometimes our guests haven't even picked up on themselves. And, it doesn't happen every time, but when it does happen, it is cool. And it's even cooler when it's something that the guest hasn't even really picked up on themselves, and they get to have a second to stop and think about what it is that we're saying and reflect on it. And sometimes they have more to share. That's often the best part if we can get that to happen. Like I say, it doesn't happen on every call, but it's worth checking out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that too. There's often some revelations that aren't even part of the the schedule in the last third of the interview that just interesting shit comes up. I keep cursing. Are we gonna bleep this?
No.
Okay. Other than that, let's see. We also have a calendar of events that we are actively building day by day. We have a couple of Discord servers. I'm not sure if we mentioned this before, but I believe Steve found these guys through a Reddit page called Horror Friends, and they also have a Discord server, Horror Friends. And had a little discussion and decided to kind of join forces, and we're like their sister site now. So we also have a Horror Makes Us Happy Discord. Mm-hmm. And we post listen parties there where you can listen to our podcast in a group, comment about interesting things. We're going to have one of those coming up in about 15 minutes. But yeah, we are also on Discord. Also, as far as other formats, we're also on Twitch. Not occasionally, every single episode, Steve spends painstaking hours toiling away in the mines, working on editing our podcast down to a more palatable length, shall we say. And he's been putting his little clips. It's not the whole thing, obviously.
No, I was just going to say, let's maybe work through these backwards. So for Patreon subscribers, we've updated our Patreon tiers, and There's links on the very first page for Horror Mix is Happy. There are links to our Patreon, to Discord, and to Twitch. For Patreon subscribers, we've got a couple tiers now, and some of them have special perks like access to the full audio content for these episodes. On Twitch, I am doing editing of the episodes. Like Chris said, it's anywhere from 6 to 8 hours worth of editing for each call.
Jesus.
But in order to retain some content that is not visible at that time for Patreon subscribers, what I'm doing is I'm only editing like the first 2/3 of the call on Twitch. And then, like you mentioned, the Discord server, we also have tied in with Patreon certain channels that are going to be Patreon subscriber only. And we are doing listen parties on Sundays, every Sunday. Listen to one of our episodes. However, we're also looking at doing special listen parties that are Patreon subscriber only, where you'll get to hear episodes before everybody else. Mm-hmm. And as far as this calendar of events that he was referring to, there are actually multiple horror-themed Discord servers that I've joined, and we're all doing different events on different nights. So I wanted to create a calendar where it's like, okay, Thursday, go to this server for a watch party of this movie. Friday, go to this server for a watch party of a different movie. Saturdays, there's one over here. Sunday is our listen party. And so, having this sort of calendar of events that you can reference to see what's going on where and when. I am still working on that. Hopefully we'll have it posted on the Horror Mix is Happy website by Halloween. Mm-hmm. If you go to the Friends page, that's where we're going to post that.
Yes.
Speaking of Halloween, leading into Halloween, our 69th episode will be released the Friday before Halloween this year.
Nice. Gotta say it.
69.
Every time.
Yes.
But it's also nice because it's just no big deal. It's an interview with this guy named Lucky McKee. He made these movies called The Woman, May. You may have
All Cheerleaders Die, I think it was.
Yeah, dude, that was one of my all-time favorite episodes. It's great talking to him. But yeah, we're going to be releasing that soon. Yeah.
Also, news on other projects. Chris had mentioned 2022 has been a tough year for both of us. We get a lot of stuff going on and still going on. My Recovery Book Press channel that I wanted to start for YouTube has still been put on the sidelines, but I've done a little bit of prep work in terms of writing some scripts of stuff that I want to record. And for the moment, you can go to the Horror Mix is Happy website and go to the About page. And under my section, there's a link to the website for Recovery Book Press, and I think maybe also a link to my book on Amazon. The book is called A Guide to the Recovery Toolbox, which it was initially meant to be like a field resource guide for about 80 of the tools of recovery, and it's meant to be both usable by people who are in recovery as well as people who aren't but just want to learn. So you can get more information about that there.
Yep.
And Chris, what do you got going on with Pieces?
Pieces is returning from a extremely long hiatus that you may or may not have noticed. It's been quite a while. Yeah, like Steve said, it's been an interesting year, and interesting as in like the curse may you live in interesting times, not interesting as in interesting. So I haven't posted in a while. That is going to change very soon. I've actually also been changing up my format, trying to get in the process of doing multiple pages at a time. So currently I'm working on pages 24, 25, and 26 of the Sydney chapter of the Snares book. So looking at hopefully releasing all 3 of those pages this month for Halloween, maybe even more. Who knows? I'm going to just not sleep and make comics for a month. It's going to be fun. But no, Pieces has been on hiatus for too long. It's time to get back in the saddle. So I expect some awesome stuff coming up from that in the future. And this is going to be dark. Just fair warning. There is going to be some fucked up shit in the next couple of pages. Just saying.
Cool. Something to look forward to. Yeah. But yeah, other than that, just as a wrap up, like we said, we are still in growth mode. So if you like what we're doing, tell a friend. Let somebody know.
Spread it.
Oh, that just sounds wrong.
I know, you got that last part. I was going to say, like, spread the gloopy gospel again, but I just kind of lost my train of thought and just spread it. You can cut that part, I think. Yeah, let's not do that. I just have a seat over here. God.
Yeah. All right.